And winner of the 2019 Royal Rumble, Seth freaking Rollins. Hey, it's Wrestling Hero Figs. Yes, the Kingslayer, also known as the Bears. Yeah, Bears inspired. That's what the colors were based off. Chicago Bears. You know, for a blooded green and yellow Packer fan. Oh man, that makes me cry. It's fine. Look, all competition, we all welcome it here in the Lambeau Field. Seth Rollins, this is what he wore. This is what he wore at the Royal Rumble, and I'm just so, dude, bro, check this out. Look, a lot of these in the back right here, we've already seen them from Mattel, but there is 3 attires that we still have yet to get. Of course, the Thanos, you might have seen that on the channel. If you haven't, go on there. That one right there from the Grand Slam, and now officially entered into the #1 contender spot for WrestleMania. Seth Rollins, man, I like this. I really can't tell you. Bro, look, if I were to sit here and you wouldn't believe me. So instead, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to tell you, demonstrate you, I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you a full, in-depth, every minute and second that it took to put this all together. Before I do though, I'm going to give you a rundown. And this all makes sense. Before I get into the actual attire, now it makes sense why we picked up that second top picks yesterday. If you didn't see the unboxing on this, we picked up another top picks, not only for the head scan, but also for that custom Mustafa Ali, which you'll most likely see this upcoming Saturday. Be sure to turn on that notification bell. So let me show you. Right here, man. The man that loves just burning it down, just bringing everything to the table. He has brought it right here with the attire. So the way that it all plays out, it's all orange. All the highlighter that you're seeing on the belt, on the actual tights, on the knee pad, on the kick pads, that all orange right there, it's carrying throughout, as well as right here on the sides. It's got some kind of unique different line work versus what we've normally seen with the other ones, where it just has one line going across. This one, it's got it angling down, as well as an uneven line from the top, and then a one up front right there. On the knee pads right here, I did do the orange. As you can see, the orange, it is matching as what we're seeing on the belt. And now here's the thing. I know that on the knee right here, on the knee pad, this is not actually the one that we got on the top picks. I wanted to do it from ground zero, so instead of going in there and doing a repaint on the red, I just did it all from scratch. First, I started out with the orange, because he did have it was kind of like an orange right behind the white. So right behind the white is where you're actually seeing like the orange outline wrapping around, as well as on the kick pads. Now on the kick pads right here, I didn't go all the way down with the blue, because the way that he had it, he just had a partial blue right around like towards the front area right there. Man, I am just in love with this. Something about this. I'm not a Bears fan, dude. I'll tell you that right now. But the overall look and feel of it. Now that you've seen the actual full in-depth review, I'll show you the back real quick. The back didn't have much to it. It just really, the only color that's sticking out from this figure is what you're seeing right here on the back of the knee pads and the belt. Man, it's so amazing. Love this. I think solid 13 hours, but it was work. It was tedious work. That was well worth it. But let me take you now into where it all started. Here we are in the Mad Scientist lab, and this is just going to be a quick rundown as to what it took to put the Seth Rollins together. First thing you're going to want to do is remove both of the legs from the hip sockets. This one does have the same style of, what is it, like the ball hip joint. So you're going to be able to pop that off with the blow dryer. Pop that off. That way you can make sure you paint all up in there, because otherwise you're going to have like black inside there. So once you pop that off, you're going to want to do an individual paint job on both legs. Now, some of the paints, I want to go over the paints that I did for this. And here's the thing. Normally, I usually use I stick with one color and I go with it, like the blue right here. This is the blue right here that you're going to want to use. This is Americana. You could use any brand. I like this one right here. This is the Deco Art. This is the closest thing that I found to like that Bears, what is it, Chicago Bears style of blue. The thing is though, this is going to come out really dark. If you do like a coat on this, like, you know, starting from scratch, it's going to come out really dark and you're going to barely see the blue. It's not going to transmit the way that it's doing right here on the figure. The first thing you're going to want to do is either go with like a base coat. I mean, you could go with a gray. What I did, I went with a lighter blue. When I first started going with this, I went with this style of blue, and this is just, I think this is True Blue. I know it's covering it right there, but the name of this one right here, it's True Blue. This one right here, it's a lighter, and I wasn't happy. I was like, no way, man. I feel like it was a lot darker, so then I went with this one instead. But you're going to definitely want to start out with this, because otherwise, if you go straight shot with that one right there, it's going to come out just really dark. Now, apart from removing both of the legs from the hip joint, You're going to want to remove the knee or both of the kick pads off. So you're going to want to remove them right there from the knees down. That way you can get a solid paint job on the knee pads. On the back right there, you're going to want to do the orange. And then up front, it's going to be the same blue. And you're going to use the same technique of the lighter blue first and then the darker blue second. Now on the kick pads right here, the taping job is going to be real important. You're going to want to tape off the sides right here. It did originally have like on the back side of it right there, it had something very similar, but it was way too far out. As far as like the rest of the kick pad, you're not going to have to do blue on the bottom, just up top. As you can see right there, up top only has the blue. This is how he had it. The only blue that you're going to see right here on the kick pad, it's going to be the blue that's going to be surrounding the bottom of the orange and white towards the bottom of the kick pad. Once you've done that, you can go in there and paint the logo that you saw with this one. This is the reason why I have the topics over here, so I can have some kind of foundation to kind of go based off what we saw on his knee pad, you know, as to what we're going to have to put on here. So once you've done that, you put it all together. You're also going to want to tape it off. Tape around the waistline so you don't get any of that white on the actual skin tone right there. The other thing too, my favorite thing about that figure that we got in the, what's it called, the top, no, not top picks, but the epic moments, is that the original line work that you saw right there, you could use that as your original foundation. On the sides right there, that's what I did. But you're not going to want to go all the way back with it, because if you remember, the gray on that one carried more like towards like this side right here. So you're going to want to make sure that you come in closer, because the white outline that you saw on the side of his tights, it was a lot thinner. So make sure that you don't go all the way back like his traditional gray that he does on most of his tights. You're going to want to come in inwards a little bit more so you can get that nice clean look. Aside from the epic moments giving you that line work to go based off, is that color, that right color that we saw on the side, that gray, that light gray. That's one of the hardest things, man. When you're painting white, it's hard. You have to do like multiple coats, multiple layers to make sure you get that right. And that's the reason why I loved it, man. Like you go in there with the white and it's just, you're not going to have to go as heavy with the white. And that's the overall build of it, man. We're going to go, of course, as you saw right there, the parts are all going to eventually come together and you'll see it all in its entirety. But if you didn't already, but that's it, man. This is the SummerSlam Seth freaking Rollins. I wish there was better pictures for the vest. I would have loved to make that as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.